So as promised, today I am back with my Battle of the Chocolates video. If you're interested in seeing which fragrance came out on top, then just keep watching. But before we get into the fragrances, I want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Ayesha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're into, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe now. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. All right, let's get to the video. So for those of you who saw my Battle of the Vanillas video yesterday, you're probably kind of familiar with what I'm doing here, but if you did not see it, make sure you check it out after this video. And we're basically doing things the same way with like 2 small changes. So what I'm going to do is give you a brief overview of the 5 fragrances that I have here. All 5 of these fragrances, they have a main note of chocolate or cacao, and that's kind of what the fragrance is centered around. I did not pick any fragrances from my collection that just had chocolate in them, but you really can't smell it, or it's mainly dominated by another note, because I wanted to really have this video be all about the chocolate. So then after I give you the brief overview, I'll go through 5 different categories, which is actually different from my video yesterday. I'm going to be going through 5 categories. Yesterday I went through 4, but this video I had to do 5 because I initially went through the same 4 categories and I had 2 ties. Like, that was too much. So I added another category, and I actually think that's a little bit better. So we'll get to that. And then the other thing that is different in this video is, instead of giving you my top 2 choices from each category, I'm actually going to give you my winner from each category and my loser per se. So just like in the vanilla video, all of these fragrances are in my collection. All of them are winners to me. I love every single one of them. I'm not trying to get rid of any of them, but I thought this would be fun to just kind of really make them compete head to head. So at the end of the video, we'll talk about which fragrance was the winner based on my categories that we went through, and then we'll rank them based on just my thoughts and feelings about the fragrance. Sometimes my thoughts and feelings about the fragrance based on the categories that I use will be different, just because, you know, some categories to me weigh a lot more than other categories. For instance, longevity doesn't weigh that much to me, but uniqueness of smell does. Does that make sense? Hopefully. So let's get into the fragrances. So the fragrance that we're going to start with is probably the most basic out of all these chocolate scents. And when I say basic, that's not in a bad way, but this is from Layered, and this is Geneva chocolate. Now, you may remember I used to kind of talk about Layered a little bit more, but some of their business practices and the way they handle their affiliates didn't rub me the right way. So I don't buy from them anymore, and I try not to mention them. And I actually got rid of all my Layered fragrances except for this one. This one was just too good. Like, I couldn't get rid of it. I don't talk about it much, but I do still enjoy it. And I actually think it's perfect for layering. This is just that perfect, chocolate scent that does not smell cheap. A lot of times when you look at basic chocolate scents, to me, they smell I don't know, they smell like you paid $5 for them, not in a good way. So this one does not smell like that to me. It is chocolatey, it's sweet. It's kind of in the middle of being a wet sweet and a dry sweet, if you know what I mean. This smells more like milk chocolate as opposed to dark chocolate. And I know we're getting pretty technical right now, but I am a chocolate connoisseur. Not really. But your girl loves chocolate, as do most people, I'm sure. And yeah, this smells right in that middle of milk chocolate and dark chocolate. So this is really nice for layering with other fragrances, and I'm so happy that I still have it. So the next fragrance that I have to share is from the brand Panna London, and this is Strawberry Delight. Now, I actually mentioned this in a video last week that this is a fragrance I have to be in the mood to wear. And indeed it is. I know it's called Strawberry Delight, but to me, this is all chocolate strawberry. It is strawberry, but it smells like strawberry liqueur. And then the chocolate is just all up in there. So to me, even though it's called Strawberry Delight, I honestly feel like the chocolate is a bit more dominating than the strawberry, if that makes sense, at least on my skin. But this is a really nice, unique scent. It is more of that dripping chocolate. And it is just extremely sweet. So the reason I said in that other video that I have to be in the mood to wear this is because this is not a fragrance I can wear on a hot day. This is strictly for winter time, fall time, nighttime, that type of fragrance. This will give you a headache or probably make you nauseous if you wear this in the dead of summer. So I do really love this one though, so it definitely deserved a spot in this video. So the next fragrance, I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned it on my channel, but this one is from Mancera and it's called Choco Violet. So as the name implies, this is a chocolate mixed with floral scent. So it's mixed with violet. Now you definitely can smell the violet, but to me the chocolate still dominates in this scent. But I think that makes it really different. It makes it interesting is that it's chocolate and then a little bit of violet. So if you don't like violet, still maybe sniff this one, but you can smell the violet in there, and it's more of like a candied violet in my opinion. But it's really good, y'all. This is really good. And of course, Mancera, it lasts all day. I wouldn't necessarily call this one a beast mode fragrance because most Manceras seem to be, but this one definitely does perform pretty well. So yeah, that's Choco Violet from Mancera. Just a very different, very sweet and soothing scent. I love this one. I love all of them. I mean, I probably should stop saying that. So next up is the most expensive of the bunch, but I happen to really enjoy this fragrance, so I'm not sad about it. This is Guerlain Gourmand Coquine. This fragrance is chocolate, definitely, but it's mixed with raspberry. So the raspberry, again, is like a raspberry liqueur. It's very sweet, reminds you of a dessert. And then it has that Guerlain, like, it's almost like a vanilla in the background as well. But still chocolate is the dominating note, but it's done very smooth. If you're familiar with the Guerlain vanilla that they typically put in like a lot of their fragrances, I feel like this is the chocolate equivalent of that, if that makes sense, hopefully. But this is so good. It's really smooth. It is sweet, but it's not overwhelmingly sweet. I think this is a very sophisticated take on chocolate. Very sophisticated take, but I feel like women of all ages would love this one. And then the last fragrance is one that is new to my collection, and this is from Ganache Parfums. Now, side note, Ganache Parfums is currently closed until January. If you go to their website, I believe you can put in your email address and they will notify you when they reopen. So I still wanted to mention this because, I mean, when I smell this, I immediately thought of another fragrance and I felt like I needed to tell y'all about it. So this is 100% Pure Love. And honestly, when I first smelled this, I immediately thought of this one, Gourmand Coquine. Now, if you've never heard of Ganache, they are an indie brand, black owned brand. I believe this bottle regular price is maybe $50, maybe. This is like $200 something. So are they dupes? No, but they do. 100% Pure Love definitely reminds me of the Guerlain Gourmand Coquine. Initially, what I smell is that raspberry and chocolate, but as this dries down, I do feel like there are some other fruits that come to play in it. So it's a bit brighter than Gourmand Coquine, but initially they do kind of smell very similar. And I know Gourmand Coquine is out of the range, the price range that most people probably want to pay. This one is, I'm not even gonna lie, it's pretty close. It's not the same, and I feel like I still need both, but they are pretty close. I'm not gonna lie, but this one is really good. So again, the raspberry, the chocolate, and like I said, as it dries down more, you kind of get more of the brighter fruits coming out to play. Not so like liquor type scent. It's more so of a brighter fruit mixed with the chocolate, but still very good scent. All right, so those are the 5 fragrances that we are talking about today. And like I said earlier, I'm gonna go through each category and give you my winner and my loser. So the first category I have is Uniqueness of Smell. So I feel like this category is probably pretty easy to guess. But for Uniqueness of Smell, my loser, my 5th place is Geneva Chocolate. And that's just because it's kind of a basic chocolate scent, but I still feel like it's done very well and it still like needs a place in my collection. But when we compare it to the rest of them, it is a lot more, not as complex. And then number one for me is Choco Violet. And that's because the chocolate mixed with the floral is kind of an unexpected twist for me, especially violet. I don't find that I like a lot of fragrances with violet in them. Some of them I do, but it's not a note that I really gravitate towards. So to me, this is very unique because the way that the chocolate and the violet is mixed, it makes the flowers just taste or smell edible. I feel like I can taste it when I smell this fragrance, and I'm all about that. So yes, in my opinion, the most unique out of this bunch is Mancera Choco Violet. So the next category is longevity. And for me, this may be surprising, but number 5 is Gourmand Coquine. Now, to me, this fragrance doesn't last terribly on my skin. It probably lasts about 6 to 8 hours, but around that 6-hour mark, it's definitely turned into a skin scent, if not before then. But for me, the smell is so good that I'm fine with that. If you guys don't watch any of my other videos, and you may not know that for me, longevity is not really a deal breaker. I have a lot of fragrance. I do not mind respraying if I need to. I just don't like when fragrances are like super short, like 2 hours. But for something like this, because I love the smell so much, even though I'm only getting about 6 to 8 hours out of it, I'm completely okay with that. But this did come in number 5 place. The first place winner goes to Mancera, because we know Manceras just last. They just do. So yeah, Mancera Choco Violet won number 1 spot for this category. And I believe this fragrance on me lasts a good 10 to 12 hours without being a skin scent. It lasts the entire time that you could still smell it. So the next category that I have is packaging. And this one was probably the easiest choice for me. Number 5 spot is Ganache Perfumes. Now, I'm not holding that against them, but you know, I had to rank them for this video. I'm just not a fan of this bottle. They are a smaller company, so I don't expect to get like a bottle. I don't expect to get a bottle that looks like it should be for a $500 fragrance. You know, I don't expect that. So the packaging works, it's fine, but I don't particularly like it. It's just, I don't know. I've also heard that they change their packaging quite a bit. So if you order it, you might get a different bottle and maybe it's a better one, but I don't like this bottle. And then for me, the number 1 spot, I'm sure y'all already know, but I mean, come on. Look at that. Look at that juice, y'all. And then the packaging that it actually comes in is like a really nice box, almost like the coffin style box. But yeah, we're not talking about that outer packaging right now, but just looking at the bottle, it's just, I love it. I love this gorgeous high-end looking bottle. So the new category that I added in is Versatility. So in the number 5 spot for Versatility, I have Strawberry Delight. This is a really pretty fragrance. I love it. But again, I feel like this is only appropriate for cold weather, like cold weather, not 60-degree weather. Like under 60 and under will probably be good. But since I live in Florida, that doesn't happen too often for me. So I don't find myself being able to wear this a ton without it making me sick, like if it's hot. So that's the loser for Versatility. And number 1 for Versatility for me is, again, Gourmand Coquine. And I think it's because this one has such a great balance of sweetness in it. I feel like even though this is a chocolate scent, I think I can wear this year round. When I got this, it was actually still pretty hot. I got it around my birthday, so in September. And in Florida in September, we're probably still hitting the high 80s, low 90s. So I was able to wear it at that point and not have any issues. Now, of course, it's a chocolate scent. I do think it's probably better suited for cold weather. But this is one of the few that I feel like I can wear year round without any issues. And it's sophisticated enough that I feel like I could wear this to work. I definitely like to wear it to bed. I could wear it on a date night. I just feel like this one just fills so many boats for me. So that is Gourmand Coquine. And then the last category is price. So this one I feel like is pretty obvious, but the loser in this category is Gourmand Coquine. I feel like I just keep talking about this one in this video. But this retails for $260 if I remember correctly. And then on top of that, you can never really find this line of fragrances at discounters. So you're pretty much going to pay full price unless you can find a sale like at Bloomingdale's, or I think Saks sells this as well. So Gourmand Coquine is a loser. The winner is Geneva Chocolate from Layered. Order from them if you like, but I mean, I won't be ordering anymore, but this was really well priced, and I think it was about $35 if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is definitely the least expensive in the bunch. So now that I've tallied up all the scores, I'm gonna give you their rankings based on these scores. So in 5th place, we have Ganache Parfums 100% Pure Love. In 4th place, we have Geneva Chocolate. In 3rd place, we have Gourmand Coquine. In 2nd place, we have Strawberry Delight. And in 1st place, we have Choco Violet by Mancera. Shout out to Choco Violet. So if you're looking for a chocolate fragrance and you like the categories I chose, maybe Choco Violet is the best bet for you. So we're not done yet. Don't leave. I'm now going to rank the fragrances based on just my love for them. Again, I love them all, so keep that in mind. I do love them all. There are no real losers here, but we have to rank them. It's just how it goes. For me, my number 5 is Geneva Chocolate. And I think part of this has to do with me not wanting to support the brand, but most of it has to do with it just being a basic chocolate, and I feel like I could possibly find something like this from another brand. So I do really love it. Glad I have it in my collection. But I don't think it's super unique, but it is still really good. Number 4 for me is Ganache Parfums 100% Pure Love. And again, I know I said this smells similar to Gourmand Coquine and it's cheaper, but it's also stronger and a bit sweeter. So I feel like the reason that Gourmand Coquine beat this one out in particular, even though they smell kind of similar, is that Gourmand Coquine is just so well blended. It's so smooth. And it's so versatile that I feel like I can wear that one anytime, whereas 100% Pure Love can be a bit overpowering, especially if you overspray. It is quite strong. I know a lot of people love strong scents, and I mean, I like strong scents too. But I mean, all of these I love, so I feel like I'm talking bad about this, but I'm really not. It's just that's why it's at the number 4 spot and not higher up. So in the number 3 spot, I have Panna London Strawberry Delight. And I love this scent, but like I kind of hinted at earlier, I don't feel like I can wear it anytime. And so I just feel like I have to really be choosy when I wear this, which is okay, but I think that's why it's at the number 3 spot. The scent is very unique, and I think it's very, very well done. And I think it's decently priced. So that's Panna London Strawberry Delight. Then in my number 2 spot, I have Mancera Choco Violet. I love this scent. I love the uniqueness of it. I love the longevity of it. I love pretty much everything about it. I mean, the packaging isn't beautiful, but it's fine. But I just really like this scent, and I'm really happy to have this in my collection. Haven't had it too long, but it's one that I don't see myself ever getting rid of. It's just so good and so like delicious smelling. And then in the number 1 spot for me is Gourmand Coquine. So I just think this is just so well done. It's so well blended. It's so yummy. So yummy. And even though I said 100% Pure Love smells similar, I just think that this one is just way better. I mean, I love all of these, but Gourmand Coquine is the one that if I had to get rid of all my other chocolate fragrances, I would keep this one. But hopefully I don't have to do that because I love all of these. I try not to keep fragrances that I don't really love. So yeah, my number 1 winner is Gourmand Coquine. So the battle of the chocolates is over. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what's your favorite chocolate fragrance. Also, let me know if you like the format of these videos, the chocolate one and the vanilla one that I did yesterday. Please let me know. I'm not going to do anytime soon, but if you want me to do some like in the future, like in January, February, let me know because I could do cherry or whatever, you know. Just let me know if you like the format of this video. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.